Welcome to each and everyone present in the show. I, Archana Jaswal from KVAFS Manori, Allahabad, here before you with my presentation on topic Wheeling Stars, a project on real life situation that is constructive vision, a way of. First, I would like to share few lines which motivated me for this work. The three principles of true teaching. Chinese proverb: we listen, we forget, we see, we remember, we do, we understand. And teacher should not be a book. We must change the old way of seeing and teaching. Objective of these projects were to involve the student as a participant in learning, not as a receiver of fixed body of knowledge, to enable the students to learn, explore and innovate freely and safely in real life situations, to wheel their stars into real world, to feel and to develop the awareness of surroundings, to enable the learners to understand the concept thoroughly and easily by using various technological resources. To provide topmost priorities for opportunities of contemplation and wandering, to encourage group learning based on discussions, to provide the atmosphere to feel and develop a deep interrelated thoughts of each lessons regarding the challenges of life based on contemporary issues, to develop skill of making models, charts, poems, etc. To develop skills of displaying the works through exhibitions, to develop the skill of expression regarding their assimilation by using technologies, poem, drawing. Sub-objectives of project: to bring creative ideas in their small minds for the upliftment of villages, to make the students aware of the villages community culture, food, festivity of villages in form of mela, etc., to make them aware about various occupation, literacy, importance of education, dignity of labor, unity in diversity, brotherhood by visiting the places and by using technologies. To make this sensitize the students emerging world of green planets, roll out and importance of plants, animals, air, water, space and how to save them. To make them aware about methods of food preservation, how to keep our body fit, roll our body parts and protection from various diseases. To know about our black hole, petrol, diesel, electricity and our collective pan forest. To make them feel and to adventurous activities of mounting in real life situations. Methodology of my projects were creating and providing real life situation for learning out of the four walls of traditional classroom within school premises, and outside the school as well, in like Mela, where there is a center of forest department, hospital, etc. Learning by doing method, playway method, discussion, field visits, uses of ICT, demonstration, experiments and observation, exhibitions and constructive vision, explorative and constructive vision, sharing views and community interaction, brainstorming, fieldwork, visiting the places, sharing experiences and expressions. Outcome of projects. My students started thinking dynamically on culture, occupation, festivity, means of recreation of leisures and farmers' life, and sociability, festivity, role of plant, water, how food reaches from field to our plate, etc. They learned how to explain and share their views on computer, internet, projector. Students made PowerPoint for each lesson and topics. Students knew how to use activity room, science lab, playground, computer and conference room, various books from library of their study in meaningful way. They were able to express their assimilations through brainstorming, discussion, report making, models, charts, stories, poems, etc. Here, I would also like to share outcome through some poem composed by my student. See, the first poem of my स्टूडेंट्स खेल एवं क्रियाकलाप के संग मन में लिए उमंग गांव एवं किसान शारदा प्रसाद के रंग सीखा हमने संग नहीं किया किसी को तंग हुआ सबका हृदय प्रसन्न ये था हमारा पर्यावरण अध्ययन. See the poem of the students. एक जसराज गांव था, रास्ता मन को भाता था, पूरे गांव का उत्साह था, हमको प्रसन्न कर जाता था, मजा हमको आता था. एक जसराज गांव था. Develop creativity, enjoyed the trips, found learning a joyful activities. They were not visit out to the book. खेल कूद ने पढ़ा, हमें खूब आया मजा, खेत खेते हर जगह नहीं मिले किसी को सजा, बल्कि आया सबको मजा. एक जसराज गांव था. See the students learning atmosphere was created. The fear of examination is uprooted. This can be seen in the words of students themselves. कि डर नहीं है कि परीक्षा पढ़े हमने ऐसे विषय कि नहीं भूल सकते हैं निश्चय. अब नहीं है चिंता बिना रटे देंगे परीक्षा. And see, encouragement, feeling of appreciation and impression of the open atmosphere and learning in real life situation on the young mind. See, child is saying गांव वासियों की सादगी है जहाँ प्रदूषण शोरगुल थी भागती यहाँ किसान एवं गांव का अपनापन प्यार एवं मोहब्बत से रहना क्या ये हमारे लिए सपना था. They learned from experience and realizations with pleasure. Learning became a new experience for them. And the third poem, through this we can understand that how they assimilated in addictions of illiteracy, culture specific approach. We can see child is saying चलो आओ पढ़ाएं अपनी माँ एवं बहनों को, चलो उन्हें सपने दिखाएं पर्दे की बाहर की दुनिया को, चलो उनके बाबू और भैया को समझाने शिक्षित होने को कि नम्रता विनम्रता आँखों का पर्दा कहीं नहीं जाएगा. मौका मिला तो वो शायद खुद स्वयं परिवार गांव और देश का नाम ऊंचा और जगमग रोशन कर सुनीता विलियम की तरह, अंतरिक्ष में पाल बचेंद्री की तरह एवरेस्ट में अपना परचम फहराएंगी. चलो जगाएं हम सब गांव वासियों को, चलो जगाएं हम नगर वासियों को. छुआछूत छोटा बड़ा तेरा मेरा, ऊंचा नीचा जाति एवं कार्यों का भेद मिटा. एक स्वच्छ देश बनाएं, एक स्वच्छ देश बनाएं. चलो हम सब मिलकर इन सबको जगाएं, पढ़ाएं और एक देश बनाएं. खुशियों से भरा खूबियों से भरा एक देश बनाएं. बाय अवेयरनेस ग्रुप ऑफ विलिंग स्टार्स टीचिंग फॉर फ्रीडम फ्रॉम सोशल इविल्स. Here in clear words of the students, develop dignity of labor, ridding of mother land from social elements, awareness toward the national responsibilities among to children. They observed and realized what they could do for their society and nation. Children learn a democratic value and they also learn to contribute their wit in the development of nation, being a good citizen of country. They are developing the sense of Indianness among students. The project helped in creating awareness and stories among the children, teachers and nearby surrounding. We can see the expression of students and some of the teacher. Students love to learn, express, and investigate. Joyful learning made them curious and eager to know and collect knowledge from various sources. This project made active, confident, and brave. Implications of my projects for students. You have seen above that students were fully active and enjoyed explorative, collaborative, and participative learning. Produce deep insight and understanding of concept by following integral system given as holistic approach, not compartmentalizing the learning. They received information by various methods to assimilate and internalize their learning. Develop sensitivity towards issues, for example, untouchability, dignity of labor, well system, etc. Students constructed their own knowledge and built their own experience. They learn to appreciate and respect the differences in society. They use book as tool and create learning atmosphere through creativity in form of drawing, painting, poems, story, models, rangolis, songs, searching the fact through internet, library, PPT, OHP exhibitions, demonstration, discussion, brainstorming, etc. Individually, with peer and group, and in large group. For example, section AB combined. The most important implication is the promotion of the self motivation, self learning, self discipline, self reliance, and encourage helpfulness and cooperation by being self example and show the seeds of liberation. Implications for teachers in careers. At the end of this presentation, it has been clear to my colleagues in different careers all over India that learning through real life situation is so much useful in favor of the students. Hence, I would leave the words of advice to them. They may introduce the students with the school environment directly to school garden, plants of life, the important school library, useful ICT tools, and let the students be familiar with computer lab and possibilities of in a computer world to realize the widened world created by human wit, etc. By taking the students outside the school campus to let them come in contact with the pleasurable realities of the world. Here I remember the world of Sri Arvindo. Nothing can be taught, everything is inculcated. We can help in manifestation of the inborn quality of child. Use the textbook used as tool and aid around which we could organize to provide learning opportunities to our children. Social evil may be eradicated by handling sensitive matters with extra care and developing thinking abilities such as reasoning, analysis, and synthesis. We can develop creative atmosphere of learning and self-expressions. We may enable them to learn how life runs on the basis of faith, mutual understanding, and coordination in society. We must follow free progress approach and make them free from pressure of learning and examinations and to inculcate self-discipline. Enable them feel freedom by giving opportunities for their inborn qualities to come out, to make and construct their knowledge and develop confidence, helping them to lead and realize their aim of lives. We may guide the students by putting them in such real life situation to get fruitful and realize their dreams and get liberations. I'm sure by this way we can enhance our all-round development of the students as well as ours. Reflections of my projects with students and in media. I would end the show with a poem expressing the feeling of a child. The child is asked by the parents, "What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine?" The reply of the child, "See, I learned that facts are facts, yes, facts, and that I cannot survive without learning maths. I learned that science requires my complete compliance and that there is no use in self reliance. And all you need to do is cram, cram, cram." Parents ask, "What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine?" Child replies, "I learned that teacher must be obeyed and that I'd better remember if for even a day. I learned that others know a lot what I need and that I'm just an empty pin. For aren't all of us in the school a machine? That is what I learned in school today." Again, what did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? What did you learn in school today, dear little child of mine? I learned that there has to be another way, which I have emphasized on my projects. Yes, there is a way. I learned that there has to be another way to teach me how to learn day by day. I learned that when you make me sit and sweat, it is fear we are going to get. I learn if you want me to grow, then only love that I need to know. No, that's what I learned in school today. That's what I learned in school today. So, a new education is needed now so that the hearts and minds of the young may plunge deliberately into the adventure of tomorrow. Wish you a very happy, progressive, peaceful, and pleasant life. Thanks a lot for listening to my voice and have a nice and wonderful time.